What is it going, everyone? Tell me about AEW Revolution 2020 pay-per-view. Without wasting more time, let's go ahead and dive right into things. Of course, before the main show started, we did have the buy-in prior to the show, which featured SCU taking on Dark Order. This was a good match to start the show. Right from the get-go, SCU rushed Dark Order to, fight them, their minions off. Crowds into it. I thought it was fun. Scorpio Sky got a hot tag after, Kazarian was isolated for a good while at Dark Order. Excellent tag work from Dark Order. I thought this is one of their better performances, honestly. Not one of the better matches, but one of their better performances, I think, in my opinion. Scorpio Sky had a really good hot tag where he ran roughshod and just looked absolutely awesome. But when it came down to it, Dark Order was able to isolate him. They ended up winning this match, getting the pinfall victory. Afterwards, Dark Order was continuing the attack, and minions got involved. And then, out of the blue, Colt Cabana, of all people, come running down to make the save, to get the Chicago pop, obviously. And then he starts getting beat down, too. And then, all of a sudden, someone with the hooded robe comes out, and it's Christopher Daniels. He comes out to join, or to assist SCU and Colt Cabana to, fight out Dark Order. And that was pretty much it. I don't know, the post angle was kind of weird, especially when Christopher Daniels came out. It just was very, very odd. Just the whole Dark Order thing. I don't know why they haven't killed it yet. Obviously, it's not working, but whatever. But it was a fun match. I enjoyed it. Thought it was good. Thought it was a good way to, get people invested into the show. So I had no problems with it. Then we go to the main show, which, opened up with a national anthem being played, supposedly, or maybe I misread it or whatever, but I believe Cody said that he believes Revolution could be WrestleMania caliber show, or their WrestleMania. So, obviously, with the national anthem being played and, with the entrances we got tonight, Revolution definitely could look like, the WrestleMania show in the future. So I thought that was an interesting note to make. But the very first match we had to open the show, or the main show, was Dustin Rhodes taking on Jake Hager. I wouldn't have picked this to open the show. The match was very odd. This is Hager's in-ring debut, which, honestly, I would have preferred Hager to get kind of a dominant victory. Obviously they wanted to, give Dustin Rhodes some offense because, he's a legend, obviously, and, he's a remarkable name. They don't want to just, kill one of their remarkable names to help somebody, get over that quickly. So I understand them why they want to have a lengthy competitive match, but I just felt like it wasn't fitting for Jake Hager's in-ring debut. It was fine. It felt like it carried out of points, and it kind of just dragged on, and I don't know. I think this match should have definitely made Hager look more dominant. The story of the match was Hager working on Rhodes' leg, working on his ankle. Dustin Rhodes did a great triangle lock, which Hager countered greatly into the ankle lock at one point. Swagger's wife was at ringside and she got involved. Dustin Rhodes ended up kissing her and then to fire up Hager. So she got involved for whatever reason. I don't know why, or what the reason was or why for it, but whatever, she was involved. But then, Hager ended up having to come back, end up beating down Rhodes and locking in some kind of choke, and then ends up, submitting Dustin Rhodes. So Jake Hager gets the victory over Dustin Rhodes. Wasn't surprised by that. Expected it, but yeah, I wouldn't have had that open the show, but that's just me. From there, I'm going to go to Darby Allin taking on Sammy Guevara. Right from the get-go, Darby Allin taking on Sammy Guevara, hitting drop kicks of the outside of the barricade. Guevara with the upper hand, set him out to a table on the outside, and followed up with a 630 off the top onto the outside. Absolutely insane spot. So these two are just beating the shit out of each other. Bell hasn't even rang yet. Finally back in the ring, the bell rings, and they have a pretty short but very exciting back and forth match. An excellent Spanish fly hit by Sammy Guevara. Some great near falls, some crazy bumps, and end came with Darby Allin hitting a stunner, followed by the coffin drop for the 1-2-3 victory over Sammy Guevara. So very fun stuff. Their pre-brawl was excellent, and their match was very short, but it was very entertaining, and it fit well with obviously the brawl before the match started. So very entertaining for the time they got, and yeah, really liked that one. And then we go to which I thought was match of the night, and definitely a match of the year contender. The AEW World Tag Team Championships being defended. Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page defending against the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. This match was absolutely fantastic. The best tag team match, honestly, I've seen since the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks from New Japan in 2018. This match was excellent storytelling. Just the way, the thing is, you don't have to have an amazing in-ring match. You can tell a phenomenal story with the facial expressions, just the way you carry the match. This match had everything. You know, obviously there was beef between Hangman and the Bucks more so, and then they kind of carried that beef into it, especially once Hangman spat on Matt, and that kind of just crossed line where Matt didn't give a shit, tried to beat the shit out of Hangman, and Nick kind of said, fuck it, I'll join in the beatdown as well, because at one point, you know, Nick was trying to tear him off, like, hey man, what are you doing? I know he's firing you up, don't do that. And then even Nick got to the point where he said, fuck it, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him as well. So just excellent storytelling. And Kenny, you know, was being kind of torn that, you know, like, these are his friends fighting, but, you know, this is the tag team titles as well. So just so much being told in the story. And then you have Hangman just being he was MVP of this match, you ask me, in terms of the selling. His facial expressions were spot on. Kenny Omega, for the first time, has become, you know, New Japan Kenny Omega again. He's becoming the best bout machine. You know, ever since joining AEW, I feel like Kenny Omega, in-ring wise, is kind of toned down. But, you know, the match he had with Pac is on Dynamite this past Wednesday. His performance here, the best bout machine, is back. And tons of great near falls as well. You know, at one point, the Young Bucks were just murdering Kenny Omega with super kicks. Matt Jackson was selling the back again, which he's been selling for years, and it played excellently into the story. You know, great spot where Hangman Page went for the lariat, but Matt countered it into the Northern Lights, and he did it to the outside of the ramp and did it onto the ramp. Superb stuff there, and absolutely love the finish where they're beating down Matt, Omega, and Hangman. Omega hit the V trigger, and of course, you know, Page hit the buckshot lariat. Kenny, you know, his shoulder was hurt and he was being worked on by the Bucks. He couldn't hit the One-Winged Angel, and Hangman, being the great tag team partner that he is, ended up hitting the One-Winged Angel for him for a great near fall. Just tremendous stuff in this match. Can't speak highly enough about it. Finish came with you know, Page taking out both Bucks, took out Nick on the ramp with the buckshot lariat, and then of course in the ring took out Matt with the buckshot lariat to retain the AEW World Tag Team titles with Kenny Omega. Just tremendous match, incredible storytelling. It has everything you're gonna ask for, and if you want to you know, phenomenal reference or tag team wrestling match, this is tag team wrestling. This is what I love to see, and both tag teams just absolutely tore it up. And yeah, like I said, easily match of the year contender, AEW's best match to date. Love every second of it, and if it couldn't get any better, post-match they all try to play, you know, display respect, a sign of respect. Young Bucks were shaking their hands, and then afterwards, you know, Omega and Hangman were celebrating. Hangman was outside the ring, but he was holding the ropes as if he was in position to hit the buckshot lariat, and Kenny's in the ring, and Kenny turns around, and Page just stands there, and he's like, come on. He opens the ropes for him, and so he's playing off like, oh no, he's just trying to get the ropes ready for him to get out. I thought that was excellent. Excellent stuff there. Phenomenal tease. Obviously the turn's going to come at some point, but that little tease of the buckshot lariat, you know, but it's just Page telling Omega to come on. Tremendous stuff there. So, yeah. Can't speak highly enough about the match. Tremendous stuff. Then we go to the worst match on the show, which was the AEW Women's World Championship. Nyla Rose defending against Kris Statlander. Not much to it. You know, Nyla Rose hit a pretty good spear off the ramp into the ring. Kris Statlander did some cool moves, but there was a lot of sloppiness involved. Just, yeah, bad match. You know, AEW's women's division isn't exactly the best, and this match kind of showcased how it can be at times. The talent's good, but the matches just aren't the greatest, and this, I think, is a prime example of it. Definitely the worst AEW Women's World Title defense I've seen so far, and yeah, of course, Nyla Rose got the win with the Beast Bomb or whatever finish is to retain the championship, so yeah, not a good match by any means. Cody taking on MJF. This match was fine. It wasn't bad, but I didn't really enjoy it. By far the worst Cody match, which, speaking of Cody, what the fuck is on his neck? The tattoo itself isn't bad, but the placement is horrid. What the fuck was he thinking? Mind-blowing, but yeah, I'm back in the match. It was just fine, you know. MJF really, he's more of a character person, and that's one of the things that's draws me away from him is that when he's in the ring, I have no attention at all to him. Absolutely none. Early on, you know, they did some counters and exchanges and whatnot, then the match kind of got slow. Wardlow got involved, and Brandy got involved. You know, Cody ended up kicking Arn Anderson with a bicycle kick by accident, you know, when he was trying to chase down MJF, which I thought was a great spot. Just some craziness ensuring, you know, Cody ended up busting open MJF. And then Cody was just going berserk because MJF spat on him, and Cody was just had it. Hit him with 3 consecutive crossroads, or he hit him with 2, and when he went for the 3rd, MJF kneed him. Ended up putting on the Dynamite Diamond Ring, hitting Cody with it, and then falling onto him for the cover. 1, 2, 3, MJF defeats Cody. It was a good match. I would say that it was a good match. It was fine for what it was. You know, the storytelling was the greatest, I felt. You know, I understood they're going for it, but it just wasn't clicking. And just, I don't know. Like I said, weakest Cody match he's had in AEW so far. Wasn't all exciting. And trust me, he's faced Shawn Spears. So to say that this is the worst match he's had kind of says a lot if you ask me. But, you know, I thought the finish was smart. I did enjoy the finish a lot with, you know, MJF sneaking the ring on, with Cody just kind of screwing himself. Cody got so, you know, consumed by revenge, just wanting to make this guy suffer, that he cost himself. He had the match won. He hit Crossroads multiple times, had it won, but he chose to keep punching him, and then MJF capitalized on it, ended up winning. So but that was great stuff, finish wise. But the match itself isn't very good. It was very long too. That was one of my problems with it. Is it just felt to the point where the match felt like it was dragging. If it was cut 10 minutes, I think the match should have been better, perceived better. But just it got to the point where it's just like, okay, now this is just dragging on. Like, let's just end the match already. So that's my take on it. But yeah, MJF gets a win over Cody, and that's what Cody gets for getting that terrible tattoo. From there, we go to Pac, or yeah, he's Pac now. I always want to call him Pac, but he's Pac, taking on Orange Cassidy, which this match was very different than anything else on the card. Very entertaining match. This was very fun. The crowd was red hot into it. Everything Orange Cassidy did got a huge pop when he was trying, you know, with the dives to the outside and hitting some moves like that DDT he hit was fantastic. The one where he hit off the top rope was fantastic as well. And then when, you know, Pac was trying to set up for the Red Arrow, and then, you know, he kept rolling around the ring, and then Pac finally caught him, and Cassidy just sat there and smiled and laughed at Pac. Or Pac. It is Pac, isn't it? It's not Pac. It's Pac. What's it? I confuse myself when I keep calling him. It's Pac. But yeah, Pac catching him, and he just, you know, smiles at him and laughs at him. Just excellent stuff. You know, Pac was even toying around, having some fun with, you know, when Orange Cassidy would do his little half-ass kicks, and Pac would do his own little half-ass kicks. And then at the end, Pac just had enough and punished them. Best Friends got involved, which led to Lucha Bros coming out. They brawled with Best Friends. Orange Cassidy got distracted. Pac took advantage of it, and ended up hitting locking him into the Brutalizer. Submission victory. Pac gets the win. Very entertaining match. The match itself, you know, isn't a 5-star classic, but if you want a match to watch for fun, be entertained, this is for you, and it was definitely enjoyable. So yeah, had fun with that match. Then we go to the main event, which of course was for the All Elite Wrestling World Championship. Of course, Le Champion Chris Jericho defending against John Moxley. And Moxley's entrance, fantastic, might I add. That just him coming literally through the streets into the arena, through the crowd, just gave me chills. That was an excellent entrance, and Jericho had a pretty awesome one as well. The match itself was fine. I mean, it was really good, but just, I don't know. Jericho, unless he's kind of like more in a brawl, just doesn't really produce very entertaining matches, if you ask me. And I kind of feel like this match was kind of flat. You know, right from the get-go, they were brawling at ringside into the crowd. You know, Jericho used the camera, threw Moxley onto the ramp. Moxley got the upper hand. Inner Circle, of course, got involved. You know, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara came out. You know, hit him with the championship. So, you know, obviously had some shenanigans to try and prevent him from winning. So I don't know. It kind of felt like it was kind of taking a toll. You know, Moxley got busted open. We got thrown to the to the post, and he was bleeding profusely through his under his, I don't know if it was under or on top of his eye. It was somewhere, but he was bleeding profusely, which definitely added to the match if you ask me. Jericho got some great near falls on him, but towards the end, you know, Moxley was able to fight off Inner Circle, end up countering the Judas effects into the Death Rider, end up hitting the Death Rider after he took off his eye patch, which I thought the reveal was done pretty poorly. I thought if he would have revealed, or took the eye patch out to reveal his eye was fine when Inner Circle was trying to interfere. I think that would have got a bigger pop because that would have caught them off guard. But him just taking it off and then hitting another Death Rider to win the match was just kind of plain, or not plain, but kind of just bland. Bland, that's what I mean. Sometimes I can't mix words, I apologize. It was pretty just bland, and I thought they could have done better and got a better reaction. But yeah, hits the Death Rider for the 1, 2, 3, and Jon Moxley is your brand new AEW World Champion. Definitely thought it was the right decision. You know, Jericho, he's been entertaining, but Moxley's red hot, and he's, you know, the biggest name right now, I think, in the company. So I think, you know, capitalizing on that momentum of his was the right decision. And yeah, definitely was a great moment for him in the championship. And like I said, thought it was a good match, but just, you know, it wasn't like an instant classic or anything. I feel like Moxley winning the World Championship as well as the World Tag Team title match, those really are the only things worth checking out on this show. The overall show, I thought was very fun. I thought it's a really good show. But it's not a must-see show by any means. Like I said, if anything's worth checking out, it's just seeing Moxley win the World Championship as well as that World Tag Team title match. That match definitely needs to be seen. Besides that, everything else is good. There's nothing bad really in the show besides the women's title match, if you ask me. So everything's good, I think, for the most part. But just, you know, nothing worth going out of your way to see. You know, if you want to watch the show, go for it. But I wouldn't recommend going back and watching each match individually. Just the two moments, or the one moment and the one match, to me, are the only things really worth checking out. Orange Cassidy and Pac had a really fun match, so that was entertaining. But yeah, just nothing really, you know, needed to see on this show. So yeah, like I said, Revolution, thought it was a very fun show, very good. No, not their best pay-per-view, but definitely not their worst one. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Like I said, match of the year candidate with the tag team title match. So can't take away anything from this show. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please feel free to like below. And of course, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching the video.